one thing that, everybody is so, and I sit again, I love sitting at the bar on Sunday because the bar that we go to is very full of Delco baseball fans, Delco Phillies fans.
So, are you saying that they're stupid? That's what you want to say. You hear things that make you want to rip your hair out.
It's Delco, baby. It's Delco at its finest, right?
Rob Thompson, this fuck.
But the bar is pretty full, right? Like every Sunday, and it's always conversation about the Phillies every Sunday that we go out there, and it's nonstop misery. It's constant misery. But you look at and I sit there and I try to tell people. I say, listen, I'm in agreement with you that there are major flaws. The
lineup stinks. It does, and they're right.
Lineup is not good. You're right. You're all 100% right. With that said, it's still good enough to win right now because, and I know you shudder at that. Do I think that they need to improve? They do. They do need to improve it. I don't know how they're going to improve it.
16th in baseball in home runs per game. 16th.
Yeah, I know.
Built to slug. Slug.
But the thing of it is that the more I watch these other games and watch these other teams, it's the same everywhere. It's really the same everywhere.
Well, you might have
teams that hit better, more home runs or have better power than the Phillies, but they can't get on base. So there's boom or bust with those teams. It's crazy how bad the sport is right now.
Well, you know who's going to win? The team that can't hit at all. The team that I think is going to win the NL right now is the Milwaukee Brewers. And I know it's easy. And I said this last week.
Possible.
I said this last week. It is not after they just swept the Dodgers. Dodgers can't score all of a sudden. Like, forget the fact that they average like 4 innings per start, their starting rotation, because they're hurt all the time. That was sort of the deal last year, and they made it work. It was fine. They bullpenned their way to a World Series. It was not pretty or aesthetically pleasing, but it worked. The difference, though, this year, is if Mookie Betts is going to be like Nick Castellanos. I mean, Nick Castellanos, I think, is like OPSing like 60 points higher than Mookie Betts right now. If he's not Mookie Betts, then that doesn't work. Even when you get Muncy back.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I don't know if you saw Freeman got hit on and they said, "Oh, we're lucky." Well, are you?
Yeah.
Are you lucky? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that Freddie Freeman doesn't take himself out of a game.
But I mean, this is the frustrating thing. The Cubs are starting to separate here a little bit now, but the Dodgers, 16 games over 500. The Mets, we already talked about what they're doing. The Cubs, they look right now like they look legit, but the Phillies have played well against the Cubs. You're right in that it is open. These teams are flawed. The Phillies are certainly far from perfect. I think they need to do a lot. I'm curious though to see what they do. The trade deadline landscape. You come back to what's going on, and the Twins 3 games under, the Guardians 2 games under. We talked about the Angels. They have a big week ahead of them right now. They could be sellers as well. The Orioles are going to sell at this point. I'm quite confident that we've arrived at the Orioles being out. I think that they're actually starting to signal to the media, to their fan base that yes, we have guys that are coming up on expiring deals. We're going to have to entertain it. Those teams I think are all going to be sellers. It's going to be really interesting to monitor what happens over the next week or so with teams like the Giants. I know that they're only 2.5 games out, but they haven't played well lately. They've lost 5 straight games. Are they legit or are they not? They can't hit. So let's see what happens. The Cardinals are in the middle of a free fall. 3-7 in their last 10 have lost 3 straight. They were a team that looked like a playoff lock for a while, and they've totally faded. There are teams that are coming into this that'll have interesting pieces. The Phillies. It's so simple to say, and I hate saying it because I'd like to bring added value to people that listen to this podcast. But if the Phillies are aggressive at the trade deadline, they could get to August and have on paper the best team in baseball, and they could go win a championship. But if they putz around here and they tweak and they go get right-handed Max Kepler and one other uninspiring bullpen arm, it's not going to be enough. You cannot go into October to wrap all this up to what Bryce Harper said, I'm one of the best guys. Don't waste this. You better not waste it, because if you do enough, you can put yourself in the driver's seat. And if you get to Halloween and they don't win it, you can say these guys just didn't have it. They weren't good enough. But it better be because they weren't good enough, not because damn, they could have won it, and they just didn't do enough. They were just too afraid to trade Mick Abel or Crawford or Aiden Miller.
If here's the thing. If your acquisitions here at the deadline are, let's just play this game with me. So David Robertson's the first, and let's say your other two are a trade with Baltimore for shits and giggles. It's Felix Bautista, and then you get Ramon Laureano as the outfield bat because he can kill lefties and can play some center field if need be.
Yeah, I love it.
Is that enough?
Is it enough? Probably not, but it's a move that like I go, okay, like it makes them better. I'm asking for get better. Like if you can give me two of those moves, like two moves, I can swallow that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's got to go out and be like the headline blockbuster because I like you don't know that exists.
Yeah. No, I don't.
One other thing I do want to ask you: the Buxton comments at the All-Star break. They're like, "Well, I'm going to be a Twin forever, and I feel great about that," or whatever he said with his no trade clause.
Yeah.
Was that absolutely sincere, or is that just like a public posturing? And then they come to him and say, like, Byron, hey, buddy, what do you think? And then he goes, "Okay."
Well, I will tell you that anybody with a no trade clause in any sport, all it is leverage, but they frequently get, approached by the team saying, "Hey, you willing to waive this? What do you think?" What do you, and those conversations happen all the time. And I think if the right situation were to crop up for a guy and they look at it and they go, oh yeah, absolutely, then I'll waive that no trade clause. Right. But they hold it as leverage over the team so that they just can't get shipped off anywhere for at any time. It's more about, I want some control over where I go. So yeah, I mean, could that potentially happen? Could Byron Buxton?
Well, you will love this. Alex Carr, who you may come across on Phillies Twitter, he's a big prospect guy, and he points out that your boy Lewis Robert is hitting .267 with a .353 on base percentage and a .507 slugging percentage across his last month and a half of play.
Yep.
He's also hit .301 with a .376 on base percentage and a .519 slug against left-handed pitching across his career. A trade for Robert Jr. makes more sense now than it ever has for the Phillies.
I
am waiting for this to happen. This will be the ultimate vindication for Anthony Sanfilippo.
I'll die on the hill that I look at that guy play and I say there's a lot of talent there and it just needs to be harnessed somehow. And is it a guarantee? No, it's not. But is it something that maybe because of how bad his season has been, you can now get him for far cheaper than you could have before? And then you take that flyer and say maybe you put him in the pressure cooker of a playoff situation and he suddenly finds that level again? And how great would that be, right? Could be a disaster too. He come in, it could be worse than Max Kepler, and then everybody hates it. It's a risk, but sometimes, in my mind, the biggest risks are what you need to take in order to get to that championship level.